They wanted me to... And just like that, we got the band back together. I guess so. So, any luck gathering info? Yes, now would be a good time to compare what we found. In that case, how about we meet the coffee inside the department store? Great idea, let's head there now. Is somebody watching me?
Am I imagining things?
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing.
We know we don't imagine here. It's a little earlier, but heck, I'm done for lunch. Forget tea time, how about we take meal time? Millium, I think you have eaten enough. More than enough. A call. Representative Regnitz? Greeting, Rean. My apologies for contacting you out of the blue like this. I was wondering if by chance you may have met with the rest of Class 7 by now. We did get together with the investigation group in the capital not too long ago, in fact. I take it you have some idea of what's going on with us? More or less, but not like back when the intelligence bureau was under direct control of the government. Man, it's wild that we have a direct line to the head of the government, huh? About that, there's a matter of utmost importance I must discuss with you all. Assuming you haven't eaten yet, I'd love to discuss it over lunch. Great timing, let's all grab a bit together. It will be our pleasure. Much appreciate. I've been waiting at the Der Himmel Hotel in Garnier District. Oh, and please don't feel rushed, I have plenty of time. Alright, thanks you, as always. Representative Regnitz wants us to discuss something with us directly. Perhaps he's learning something pertaining to the incident? Either way, I think we can count on something juicy. Der Himmel, right? That's a fancy hotel in the Harnier district. Lunch at the hotel, huh? Consider me pumped. What about you, Ulysses? Please, I'm begging you. Don't forget your table manners. It seems we still have a bit of free time. It would be best to tie up any loose thread. Right, this could be a gold opportunity to investigate the Garnier district. Once we are set, let's head to the hotel. Once we are all set, what are you talking about, Rean? What are you talking about, Rean?
I don't sense anyone following me now. So why did I sense it before?
Did something happen, Rean?
I'm glad you like it here. Who knows what's going to happen to Crossbell? All we can do is hope we can finally visit MWL one of these days. I can see why they call this place the finest hotel in all of the Empire. It's a shame we couldn't make it out of Michelin, but turns out Hemildar makes for a fine place to a vacation to. The Garnery district traces its roots back to the Middle Ages, the period when this country went through the War of the Lions. Funny how, after all this time, Erebonia has kept up the raging one war after another. Just uns like to be able to live in peace, but Rufus Alvarea has been making such a ruckus that it looks like that's still a dream.
There's the Opera House. Remember when we used to only know Vita as a singer here, Elliot?
Her world felt so far away, but now we've been on the same stage. They actually invited me to come back too, so I'll save you guys a seat.
Nice, looking forward to it.
I was hearing that. Oh, you guys are Emma's friends, right? They are fancy seeing you here, Class 7. It's been a while since we talked, hasn't it? Hello. I'm sorry, I'm not sure we have met. These two live in Erin Village, where Emma's from. Oh, I see, so they're just like the others we met then. Congratulations then, Nina. You are now one step closer to becoming a full-time wandering witch like you wanted. Oh, thank you, Altina. I'm so excited. But it's amazing how many people are out here and how lively they are all. The world is just so bright and shining. At least that's how it usually is. But something it seems like they get really gloomy too. I wonder why. And there is a million mirror question. Yeah, if I had to put it into words, I can sense multiple sources of mana that feel somehow murky. It's not as strong as it was during the twilight, so that make it hard to pin down their source. Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. You are so smart, Mayuri. Interesting, then at the very least there is clearly something going on, even if we can't say what it is yet. Thanks for letting us in on what you know. We'll be sure to keep a close lookout for anything that's suspicious. Okay, good luck, guys.
The jewelry they got inside these babies is always so pretty. Pretty enough to buy for me. Right, you sis?
Ask me again in a decade.
Ah,
You got it, sugar daddy. I'm gonna hold you to it. Just don't go broke so you can splurge on me.
You're ridiculous.
oh,
The way they interact is so sweet.
oh. Good day, and pardon me, but that uniform, tell me you're from Thor's. That's right. Is there something you need from us? No, not at all. It's just that I share something of a connection to the academy. A few years ago, a phantom thief stole the Crimson Tiara, a national treasure, and Thor's students actually got it back. Quite some time has passed since then, but looking at all of you remind me. Wait, wasn't that during our field studies? Yeah, brings back some wild memories. I think that was our very first encounter with Phantom Thief B. My word, you are those very students. I was on a different field study, so I am afraid I wasn't present. But from what I hear at the time, it was rather difficult for all of you to solve this riddle. You guys act cool now, but even you were wet behind the ears back then, huh? Yeah, we come a long way. What an incredible coincidence this is. I really can't thank you all enough for what you did back then. Please, if I can ever help you in here, let me know. Free stuff. Our new princess happened to wear none other than this very tiara on display. The details are on the wraps, but I can spare a little nugget or two. You see, the tiara that had been passed down in the royal family and was stolen was returned. That tiara was then worn during the wedding and banquet, and then she switched to this tiara after changing. I do admit to a touch of disappointment, but I'm not surprised they came to adore the brilliant shine of that legendary tiara. You sell something, no? You didn't say, you are the one selling stuff. Where am I supposed to get money now? That I can see that there's this existing. Okay, wait a second. Who got break D, B, C, A. Break B, C, S, S. S, S. C. S, S. D. S, S. Okay, Ash and Altina can. No, 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 no. Damn. Okay. No, no, the new one. I guess so. Something? I haven't heard much about Phantom Thief these days. Makes me wonder what they are up to. I'm not a fan, to be clear. They stole from here. They are my mortal enemy now. Every single day I swear to myself that I will never let them steal another thing out from under my nose again. Why am I supposed to be rich and get stuff? There's no battlefield here. Tell me that it's gonna save for the time being, please. Please tell me it's gonna save for the time being, please. Please tell me it's gonna save for the time being, please. I know the break thing, I can use it as an S-craft with somebody, maybe. My. Haven't seen the S-craft. Oh yeah, I save it, okay. Okay. I went everywhere, right? Forgot.
Thank you for coming.
Not at all. Thank you for inviting us.
Oh!
I'm so happy I get to see your faces again.
Your Highness.
What brings you here, Your Highness? I should very much be asking you the same thing. All this, and you're being forced to place yourself in harm's way for my brother. I'm so sorry for not consulting you first. Yes, as you ought to be. I'm your best friend. I could have thanked you much sooner, Elise, had you not kept this a secret from me. Then you won't stop me? Stop you? Heaven forbid. As soon as Representative Regnitz informed me of the details, I chose to accompany him of my own volition. I cannot bear to ignore a matter that involves my family. So please, let me do my part. Let me be part of your team.
Translate that.
I'd like that very much.
Okay.
You've always been a part of the team, Your Highness.
Well, this has come to a fine resolution, but it won't do to begin discussions on an empty stomach. Why don't we have some lunch first?
You won't hear any objections from me.
I could definitely use a bite.
That really hit the spot. I can hardly believe you finished it all. Your stomach really is void. I like to see who can eat more between you and Maya. I can't blame you though. The quality of a first-class hotel food is not to be underestimated. Yeah, I didn't think I'd get to come to a place like this on my food tour. You must be really like it too, Tilly. You ate a ton. Well, I'm a growing girl, just as you must say. Well, I'm glad you both enjoy it. Should we get all to business then? First, I want to discuss the disappearance of the princess and new princesses. Oh my god, they're calling Cher a new princess. With that we have now, we believe it to be the work of a terrorist who goes by sea. I wish we could make more about them, but I'm afraid we know very little. Just that they being leader of a so-called reborn Imperial Liberation Front. They also look slightly different from the sea we dealt with in the past. Speaking of which, I like your take on that matter, Rean. Do you believe that the new sea and the original sea are one and the same? I think... They got a connection? That is not the letter. I will admit that I haven't been able to get in touch with Crow to confirm for sure. But I'm convinced that no, they are not the same people. I was thinking the same. This new one has mimicked the original style in their statement, but I think Crow has left those days behind for good. It's a relief to hear you feel that way. Seems like a safe bet, yeah. As for the contents of their statement, they refer directly to His Highness. Our first target was the foolish prince and his wings, now born to inaction. That does make it quite clear that they were responsible for the abduction. I will assume wings refers to the courageous. But as the Empire is, how they are able to keep a ship of that size hidden from sight is quite a mystery in itself. Yeah, it may have stealth capability, but that only goes so far on its own. It's impressive they managed to keep its location from the intelligence division even if it isn't at its former size. Me and Tilly are still in touch. So, you hear any new statement from C? I'm afraid not, that's the only one. We've been trying to investigate this matter as best as we can, but our foe is quite cunning. They won't let themselves be caught so easily. If only... Given the nature of this crime, we'll need to be exceptionally covert during our investigation. But naturally, the government cannot and will not leave this case unsolved. You will have our full backing however you choose to go about this. If you are in need of any military police assistance you need, only ask. Thank you, Your Excellency. Next, I'd like to discuss my primary reason for summoning you here. Would that be the information you say you wanted to share when you call? That it will. This information was given to me by General Van Dyck. But Princess Alfin and Elise have also verified it with their own experience. Really? Does this relate to the thing you were concerned about when we met up with Elliot? Yeah, it does. Allow me to explain. The student of Saint Asria came from many a different background. We have many with family in the military, including officers and general. That in itself isn't a problem. What is that many of these military family members have been reportedly acting strangely of late. In what way? I remember hearing rumors about that when I was at the school too. Most of them are simply reformists and younger officers who idolize the late Chancellor. It's as if they refuse to settle back into normality after the war's end. They're still addressing others with deep aggression and are clearly very unhappy with the current state of the Empire. But the things that concern us most of all is their reaction to Crossbell reoccupation. they aren't at all angry with the idea of United Nation. It's the opposite. In fact, they are in full support of it. That is not good. That's an understatement. What utter insanity. The success of a united nation would also mean to end Erebonia. Precisely. I'm reformist, but supporting such an extreme concept is nothing short of baffling to me. According to General Van Dyck, some of them have been showing worrying signs of plotting something in light of this. Exactly what that something is in detail he has yet to confirm. That kind of ties up with what me, Juices and Elliot found out too. Yeah. Oh, could you tell me what you discovered? Soldiers holding covert meeting in the city and large amount of supplies disappearing. It won't surprise me if members of the army were defecting to the Ebon Defense Force. I think we need to look into potential point of contact between them. Agree, I think we also got a clear picture of what's been going on here after sharing all of we know. If we put the pieces we currently have together, the Mook and Mira that gather in the Vermilion City from C's statement refer to the defecting members of the army. That makes sense. The statement did mention it will see those who supported the United Nations pay for their crimes. Guess it's all falling into place then. If there really are rebels in the army and punishing them is Seal's goal, then who we find first doesn't really matter because the other will be there. How convenient for us. Yeah, sure is. I'm glad I was able to help put you on the right track. Class 7 always comes through in the end. Your Highness? Pardon me. You don't have to worry. I'm hardly the only one whose warm life is difficult right now. I'm sure that if I were to ask you to rest, you won't listen. But please, at least be a little gentle to yourself, Your Highness. But the great mental burden of not knowing whether family is safe and well is not to underestimate. Them being missing also means you have to carry on with the work that would normally be given to them. You are going through too much for one to handle right now. If you are feeling at all unwell, we would like for you to consider taking some time off. I couldn't possible. I'm in full agreement. Taking care of yourself is a part of your duties as working. While you do that, we'll see to it these crimes are solved. You have our word. I'll do what I can in your stead. And we see that Prince Oliver and Lady Shera. Yeah, finally! You go, girl. As you should, at least spirit. Are brought home as soon as possible. You can put your trust in us. I suppose you're right. Perhaps resting is as much part of my duties as well. And you won't have to worry, Your Excellency. We're still not sure exactly how the situation stands in Crossbell, but I'm sure Macias is just fine. I concur. It will take more than this to make him lose heart. Thank you both. I also put similar faith in my son. I'm sure he's doing everything he can on the inside to see justice prevail. As are Alicia and Toa. I think we all feel the same way. They ain't got nothing to worry about as long as they have super maid with that. And we are a world super crew, so if they got things covered, then so do we. That's right. Thank you all for your time. I'm glad we could exchange information. If it was a very worthwhile meeting. We will be out to make our way to the palace. Be careful on your journey, everyone. And I'm counting on you, Elise. Thank you, Your Highness. Good luck. I'm always available if you need to get in touch. Should we get going then? Yes, let's. Ah, okay. I want everybody with 200 CP. I don't know. They say the story will continue, but they say sub event, so that means I may have time to. Oh. Huh? Something feels strange. What do you mean? Proceed hold off what?
All the lights, they're passing by, and all my thoughts, they multiply. I see it flash before my